New day, new drama in South Africa. According to new reports, Presley Chweneyaga's mom finally speaks out about the real truth behind why they are fighting for Presley Chweneyaga's properties just a few weeks after his demise. Please like this video as you watch. The untimely death of South African film icon Presley Chweneyagae has left fans across the nation in mourning. Known for his unforgettable portrayal in the Oscar-winning film Tsotsi, Presley was more than just a skilled actor. He was a cultural figure, a community advocate, and a symbol of resilience. Yet, while tributes poured in and the country paid homage to his legacy, a troubling chapter began to unfold in private. Behind the public adoration, a storm was brewing over his estate, prompting his grieving mother to finally break her silence. In an emotional interview, she shares the pain and disappointment of watching her son's legacy become entangled in a bitter dispute. To understand the magnitude of the loss, one must revisit Presley's incredible journey. Born in Soweto in 1984, Presley emerged from humble beginnings to become a force in South African cinema. His breakthrough came with Tsotsi in 2005, a gripping tale of a young gangster's transformation, which resonated deeply with audiences worldwide. The film's international acclaim culminated in an Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film, catapulting Presley into the spotlight. But Presley's impact didn't end with film. Off-screen, he was deeply committed to social causes. Whether mentoring young actors, championing youth empowerment, or speaking out on social justice, he used his fame as a platform to drive positive change. Admirers remember him not just as a performer, but as a compassionate human being who genuinely cared for the underrepresented. Presley's death came as a shock. Though initial reports suggested health-related issues, little has been officially confirmed. The unexpected nature of his passing has left not only a sense of sorrow, but also confusion and unresolved questions. As those closest to him began to grieve, another layer of tension surfaced, one that now threatens to overshadow the contributions he made in life. In the weeks that followed his death, whispers of conflict became public knowledge. Disagreements over his estate, properties, intellectual rights, and personal belongings began to emerge. What initially seemed like a tragic but dignified farewell spiraled into a contentious battle among relatives, associates, and others who claimed a stake in his life's work. This infighting has since intensified, evolving into a divisive and emotionally charged conflict. What's at stake is not only financial gain, but also control over the narrative of his legacy. To some, Presley's assets represent family heritage. To others, they symbolize unfinished promises or emotional debts. In an exclusive and heart-wrenching interview, Presley's mother, who has chosen to remain unnamed for the sake of privacy, spoke candidly about the chaos surrounding her son's estate. Her voice, though filled with sorrow, carried the weight of a parent's enduring love and frustration. "My son gave his whole life to his work and to uplifting others," she said. "It's painful to see that all he built is now a source of division instead of unity." For her, the most agonizing part has not just been the loss of her child, but watching others, some of whom Presley trusted, become entangled in disputes that reflect everything he stood against. One of the central issues, according to Presley's mother, lies in the absence of a formal will or estate plan. He was always so busy helping people, focusing on projects, speaking at events, she explained. Thinking about death was never a priority for him. Unfortunately, that lack of preparation left the door wide open for misunderstandings and conflicting expectations. Without legal clarity, family members have been left to interpret Presley's intentions based on emotion rather than documented fact. Some believe certain properties were promised informally, while others argue that any remaining assets should serve his charitable legacy. Adding to the complexity, a number of Presley's acquaintances, former colleagues, longtime friends, and even mentors have stepped forward, asserting that they too deserve a part of his estate. While some of these claims are heartfelt and genuine, others appear opportunistic, muddying the waters even further. Presley's mother did not hold back in her reaction. "While I don't dismiss the role his friends played in his life, it is painful to watch people come forward now, speaking about what they deserve, instead of honoring who he was. She stressed that Presley valued loyalty and family, and would have been dismayed to see his memory used as a bargaining chip in disputes. At the heart of this battle is a deeper issue: what Presley Chweneyagi truly stood for. His legacy was never meant to be reduced to land deeds or bank accounts. To those who loved and admired him, he represented a new wave of socially conscious artists in South Africa, individuals who used their voices to uplift, challenge, and transform. But when grief turns into litigation and love becomes leverage, legacy can become a casualty.